Well, good morning. Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms, and we're right out here to check cows this morning. Looks like they want to go ahead and rotate pastures, so we probably will let them do that. There's a lot of fescue out here. It's gone to seed, so that's not quite ideal. I would like for them to go ahead and eat it back. It's got a little over mature, put down a seed head. But anyway, open the gate up, check to see if anybody calved. We still got 3 left to calve, or at least we still had 3 as of yesterday. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if we were down to just 1 or 2, if a couple of them went ahead and calved. But we can sit here and talk about it, or we can get to it. You ladies want to go out here and graze? Apparently somebody's in heat there, and I'm not doing a very good job of counting them as they come through, but see at least one of the ones that were waiting to calve coming up back there. Oh no, I don't see the other 2. Maybe that's a good sign. One of them's got a calf back there. There's one of these still expectant mothers, and she has not calved. So we already saw one go through the gates. That means there's one more. And unless I missed her, I don't see her. So I don't know. I've got the feeling she might be somewhere with the baby. And looky there. And Sadie's gonna disturb it. So I still don't see mom, but there's a brand new baby. By process of elimination, I feel pretty certain it has to be 101's calf. I don't know where she is. I may have missed her. She may have moved on through, which is fine. We'll leave the gate open. She can come back and tend to the calf. See, we've got a little bit of a water hazard between us and it, so we'll figure out a way to get over there. Or I know the way was right up here, and get a tag, and it's here. Mom's anywhere around. Bull calf number 328. Where's your mother? I know, buddy. I've confused you. Your mom's run off and left you. Yeah, we'll see if we can find her. He looks good. We'll check back in on them a little later on. Be sure she comes back to him. I hate rotating pastures a bunch this time of year until we get them all on the ground, and then by the time they're a couple of weeks old, they're staying with the herd usually all the time, but makes it a little trickier until they get to that point. But he hears them, he's gonna ease that way. Well, there she is. And yeah, as I suspected, that's definitely her baby. I mean, process of elimination, there are only 3 possible moms, and clearly that calf was not born to the Hereford cow, especially a Hereford cow that was bred to a Brahma bull. So she's headed the right direction now, but there were only 2 cows on this side of the creek, maybe 3 anyway. The entire rest of the herd, including her brand new baby, were on that side. Sounds a little odd. Yeah, it's very common. I was just on the phone with a buddy. He called and asked what I was doing. Actually about to go see that buddy. That'll be the next thing in this video. But it's super common for a cow to calve, and then you can't find the calf. You know, she's got the calf hidden somewhere. Like that calf, you know, was hunkered down. It just so happened grass was short enough right there around it, and we rode right past it. We saw it. You see the cow, you know she's calved, but you can't find them. We had the opposite. Here's a healthy calf. It's been cleaned up, looked like it's been tended to by mom, but we can't find mom. I was just like, oh my God, the end of calving season has just been a nightmare, but this looks good. She's headed towards him. Actually, we'll ride around there, be sure she's showing him attention. This is her first calf, so be sure she's not trying to do anything crazy like abandon him or try to claim another calf or anything like heifers can sometimes do. But Okay. All right, we had to come around the other way to get across the creek, but here's the baby. There's her. She made it over here. She beat us. But her baby, we gotten out ahead of her, following the rest of the herd. Hopefully we'll see that she comes up and checks him out. And of course, the big crazy striped cow. If there's any sort of a calf in distress call, she's coming to possibly try to eat my lunch. What the heck? That ain't even your baby. Not even your baby. Yeah, what we need is this cow. We need something between her, who she is completely unbothered by the whole situation, even though her new calf's right here, and her being extremely overprotective of a calf that isn't even hers. I'd like for her to come on over here, click on the calf, and let it nurse. But hey, that's not your mom. Carry calf over here. See if we can kind of force this on mom. Oh my gosh, you're heavy. Nah. Now don't go running off. Look, that's your mama right there. Calf and heifers. She may end up being fine. Notice I got the jacket on, which is warming on up now, which is, good Lord, it's gonna be 10 o'clock before I get on the road. Yeah, I really need you to show him some attention. Yeah, it was like 42 this morning. Cool. I don't know what our average lows are in May, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a little warmer than that. But I'm out of breath now. We gotta get on the road. We're gonna give them a couple more hours to see if they can figure it out. If we get back home and she's still not showing him any more attention than that, we'll put them up in the barn lot together and kind of force it. But we'd rather them figure it out on their own if possible. And anytime you're trying to get things done, it's always something. Left the headlights on the truck. Battery's dead. So we should be able to back that tractor up. I got some booster cables around here somewhere. Yep, there they are. Let's see if we can get her boosted off. But yeah, we get spoiled by these new vehicles that the automatic headlights, which I shouldn't be too spoiled. The two vehicles I drive the most, I drive my wife's a fair bit too, but the farm truck, my Jeep, both are old enough. They're both 02s, so neither of them have the automatic headlights. I should have known better, but yeah, I guess it was a couple of mornings ago. When we were feeding cows early, going to the other farm. I was running headlights. Didn't cut them off when I got back home. That's my fault. While we're waiting on her to charge there for a second. Yeah, I'd kind of been really regretting the decision not to cut that hay on Sunday, just because it's been really nice. A little cool, but sun shining ever since then. Today's Wednesday. I'm gonna go ahead and take the jacket off as we talk about the sunshine. It's warming up. But just because I thought that'd be, you know, may have been pushing a little bit, just these cooler temperatures, get that hay dry enough to bale, but we got now, I won't say all our hay won't be ready to cut, because we've got some that is more of a Bermuda warm season kind of mix. Just kind of a, I won't say weeds, but just it's more of a grass mix that's not ready. But anyway, looking at the forecast, I think tomorrow night into Friday it's gonna start raining, and there's rain every day for the 2-week, you know, extended outlook. So I don't know, it may be June before we get any hay cut now, and which now that I'm running into these few little extra challenges this morning, I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe it was a good thing we didn't go ahead and cut any hay. But I don't know, it was just gonna be about, I don't know, 10 or 12 acres on this one place. So it wouldn't have been much to get up at all. It's a good place to start too. It's right here beside the house if we do run into any problems, but we didn't. And I don't know when we'll get some cut. Okay, we got her started. So it's just been one of those days. But we're gonna get some stuff done now, I think, barring any more setbacks. All right, we got him picked up. Gonna go introduce him to his new girlfriends. And look, told Nick, he's really making me regret not cutting that hay last weekend. He had pretty much the same thing, some ryegrass. I believe they're gonna try to bale it tomorrow. The rain's not supposed to come in until tomorrow night, but you got me wishing I had gone ahead and cut mine. Appreciate it, Nick. We'll see y'all. We are not even pulled through the gate and the girls are up here wanting to check things out. So he should be excited. They have been cycling. You may have just seen, I don't know if we caught it. They're mounting each other, riding each other. So we're gonna put him right to work. Hey everybody, y'all excited to see your new friend there? We're gonna go ahead and put some feed out, try to get a head count on everybody. So obviously we need to do that before we get to the bigger task of, or maybe more important task. Shouldn't be a big task. Should just have to open a gate. But anyway, we'll see if everyone is present and accounted for. Go meet your girlfriends. Hey, don't go that way. Like seriously, don't go that way. I didn't shut the gate. I never shut the gate because, of course, the gate's way back up that way and they all come this way. I'm not planning on being here long, but hey, dude. Okay. Well, I was gonna say he saw him, so I would have thought he would have seen him, but maybe he didn't. May need to make plans to make a beeline for the gate, because maybe a race between me and him to see who gets there first. Hope not. Hey, buddy. Bet you go down there and check on those girls. Okay, here comes some of them that got trapped up here. That's the other thing. There's only 37 there at the bunks, so we're missing, yeah, a third of them, over a third of them. I say missing. They just didn't quite come up. These two are gonna get his attention. There's a bunch more just like her, buddy. Hey, remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You got 2 months. Don't try to breed them all during the first 24 hours, which they wouldn't all go for it anyway. No doubt, we've got a few that are probably in heat, but it won't be all of them. He's wasting no time introducing himself. Well, it looks like he decided, like any true gentleman, he would have dinner with them before they got to any more, you know, intimate endeavors. So good for him. You know, he's not required to be a gentleman, but we do appreciate that. So as you can maybe appreciate, I ran home, grabbed the Jeep just so I could better ride around out here in the pasture, because there was right at a third of the animals we didn't account for. This looks like all of them. I can't get a full count because they won't quit moving, but it's definitely more than the 40 we saw earlier. And our old boy has gotten right to work. He was mounting one of these heifers as I pulled in. So yeah, they're getting to know each other very quickly. So yeah, and you can see we definitely got some heifers in heat because they're riding each other and standing. So yeah, he may have his work cut out for him, and he's gonna get about a 5 or 6 hour head start on the second bull. Yeah, I got about a couple hours for that. I can meet the guy to pick up that one, but I'm gonna try to get a count on them if they would ever kind of stand in one spot. Archie, you stand in one spot, don't you? Archie's kind of a sissy boy. He's kind of become my wife's dog, and Yeah, you can kind of tell he's kind of a sissy. Even Brown Dog, who weighs about a third of what he does, is running around exploring. Of course, Sadie always is, and Archie just wants to stay right here by the Jeep. Okay, got a good count on them. And I did the typical, I counted one extra, and I was like, whatever. And then I was like, oh yeah, we do have one extra, because I counted the bull. But yeah, I'm gonna climb down here off my perch. If that's number 29, she is definitely in heat. Everything in the pasture is trying to ride her, including our new old boy, which he's the only one that can actually get any work done on her, so that's fine. I want to discuss something real quick. Call this just bull power. How much bull power do you need? You know, I just mentioned we're going to get another bull. And there's different rules of thumb. Kind of one I like. You're talking about getting everybody bred in a 60-day window. So a 60-day breeding season, a 60-day calving season. Take your bull's age in months, and that is how many cows or heifers that he can settle or get bred in that 60-day window. Obviously, with a maximum of 36, you know, so at 3 years of age, he's going to max out how many he can get bred, and kind of a minimum at 18 months of age. So younger than 18 months, we're not going to be using him anyway. Typically, sometimes we don't use them until they're older than that. So this bull is 3 years old, or actually he's a little over 3 now, but again, anything over that 36 months, it's not like, you know, they don't get to 10 years old and can breed 120 cows or anything crazy like that. So you kind of ask yourself, okay, we bought these 30 heifers. Obviously, we've got some of our own homegrown heifers down here too. So, you know, do I really need more than one bull? And you know, we could probably get by with one, right there around that 36 number. Yeah, see them still mounting each other over there. So why are we going to get another one? Well, I'd rather be a little heavy on bull power. For a variety of reasons. You know, one, we just want as many of them bred early in the season. You know, they should have 2 chances to get bred, you know, in 60 days. But really it's more about, you know, if something happens, if he were to, you know, injure himself and not be able to breed, or maybe only be able to breed, you know, half as many as he normally would, or, you know, if he had a problem where he was infertile for a period, anything like that, which of course there's ways to test them and be sure they are fertile, but just in case something were to happen. So we go a little heavy on the bull power. Same thing at home. We've got right at 40 mamas at home, and actually we have 3 bulls, but that's a longer story. One of those bulls is supposed to be my dad's, but I think he's decided not to. But definitely having the bull out here, it has, because he is the only bull. We've got some steers and of course a bunch of heifers, and then him. But I don't know, you probably noticed in the background, like everybody's trying to ride everybody. So definitely having his testosterone out here, you know, and has kind of gotten everybody in the mood, even the ones that, like that steer there, that aren't even capable. And in a perfect world, we probably wouldn't have any of those steers out here to potentially interfere with anything. Which again, obviously they can't get anything done as far as breeding. But we just, logistically, we don't have all the pasture space to be able to, you know, keep them all spread out. So he's obviously a lot bigger than the steers. It's not like they're going to be able to, you know, keep him from doing any breeding or anything like that. A little work done, but we'll leave him to it. He may want a little privacy. And the reality is we're gonna be back down here in, I don't know, depends on how long it takes us to do all that. Maybe another 3 hours to deliver, yeah, another boyfriend for these ladies and a little competition for him. Went ahead and got this heifer and this calf up. Actually, earlier, wasn't filming. Ran her in the chute. You can see we got the side off and let the calf nurse. I think we may have to continue to do that. because she is very combative towards this calf. You watch, calf's gonna make an attempt. She is, yeah, baby, we will not tolerate that. So she's kicking at the calf, headbutting it off. Yeah, not gonna work. Look, you know what to do. She's just not letting you do it. Okay, we got him on there, which this is frustrating. I mean, you saw her, she was wanting to headbutt him, and then once he would get back there to it, she was kicking him off that back leg, and can't allow that. I mean, he'll starve to death if we allow her to do that. Second time this year we've had to do this. Actually, the first time with that kind of Charolais heifer. Of course, it's always a heifer. It wasn't that she wouldn't let her calf nurse, it's that she was trying to claim that other calf. And so we just kept them up here for several days. And again, it's like wasn't that she wasn't accepting hers, but anyway, making excuses for them. But yeah, odds are against her being in the herd next year. It was already a little bit of a tall task for her to get bred back. We probably will give her a chance to get bred back, and if she does, we'll probably keep her. Again, a lot of that's assuming that she'll end up taking this calf over these next 2 or 3 days. But we shall see. Typically you do this with them for a couple of days and they kind of figure it out. But yeah, heifer doing it for the first time, she just doesn't have good maternal instincts, or not as good as she should have. Some of you may also notice I tagged this calf in the wrong ear. I always put the tag in the left ear for whatever reason. 28th one we've tagged since January, and got it in the wrong ear. And over the last several years, I can't recall me doing that, but yep, I did. But we'll leave him here for a few minutes, let him get his belly full, and probably continue to do this twice a day for the next few days. I'll say for the next few days. If we come down here in the morning and she's standing there letting him nurse, then obviously we're done with it. But yeah, the easy way or the hard way, mama. We're doing it the hard way right now because that's what you chose. As we turn them back out, it definitely makes a lot more sense now why that we found the calf with mom nowhere around. It wasn't that she had just stashed him away and was off eating her own breakfast. It was that, yeah, she was probably pretty well done with him. So anyway, that's why we have to check them all the time, especially during calving season. As we head up the driveway, I didn't wear the cowboy hat today, obviously, with the Hurricane Creek Farms hat. We got the camouflage model up there on the dash. So it's a good time to point out to you, go to hurricanecreek.farm. You can get either of these styles for yourself, multiple colors in this style. But also, agzaga.com, discount code HCF10 to get 10% off. Yeah, check them out for any of your farm supply, you know, ranch supply, whatever it needs. But anyway, let's go get this other bull. All right, there's bull number 2. He's thinking to himself, what do you mean, man? I'm number 1. But he is the second one to arrive. As you can see with the sun getting low over there, it is getting late in the evening. It is after 7 o'clock, which it is really nice this time of year that we still have sunlight this time of day. But as they come up here to see what in the world we got going on, simply put eyes on our other bull as well. Pulling out a one. Around for the big one. Come on. Go meet your new girlfriends. Oh, number 6 is intrigued. And I think I mentioned earlier, both these bulls actually came from the same breeder. It's just obviously one. It's been at Nick's place. Nick's been using him and just basically borrowing him, leasing him, whereas we actually purchased this old boy. But yeah, check things out. Hope they don't get too preoccupied with, oh, more breeding action. bull number 2 over there is gonna need to catch up. Yeah, they're pay attention, get to business, you know, realize, hey, there's plenty of ladies for both of us to enjoy, no sense in us fighting, that sort of thing. But you never know, boys will be boys. But yeah, and y'all have no idea, because my wife would be the first to tell you that I may be almost 40, but yeah, I oftentimes have the maturity of more like an 18 to 25 year old. So the number of inappropriate jokes that I've avoided, you know, or refrained from sharing in this video is quite impressive. Which every year it's like this whenever we come to breeding season, and you know, some of the jokes just write themselves. But anyway, I could ramble on about that forever, but I got to get home before my wife kills me. Like I say, it's 7:15. I did make supper though before I left, or had it ready where all she had to do was heat it. So maybe I'll get a few bonus points for that. But be home just in time to get kids bathed, make sure homework is done, nighttime prayers said, and in bed before we wake up and get ready to do it all over again tomorrow. Which, no, in reality, I wish I could do this every day. It's back to the old day job tomorrow, but I need to put a little penetrating oil or a little grease on there. But anyway, we appreciate y'all watching. Y'all know what to do. Y'all eat beef, and God bless.